Here we have a 2016 Chevrolet Spark. This one comes in the base LS trim level in the kalamata, and then the interior consists of black cloth. And the powertrain is a 1.4 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine, mated to a CVT. So as we get to the front end here, there we have our halogen headlamps. And then down here we have 15-inch steel wheels with plastic hubcaps. And with this one being a base model, we have our manual windows, manual door locks, and then the mirrors are also manual. Headlamp controls, traction control. And there we have our driver's seat. Well, that's my leg room there, and my head's touching the ceiling, but I'm 6'3", and I have the seat in front of me adjusted for someone of my size. So that was fun. There's a cup holder down there, and then a cup holder with a little bit of storage in the middle. And now for the fun part, I'm gonna try and get out of here. And then to open the trunk, take this key here. And we go ahead and turn that to the left, lift up. And there's our cargo space there. And there's our passenger seat. I actually like this purple on here though, or the kalamata, excuse me. And now to check out the engine bay, go ahead and start it up. And then pull this up here. And there's that 1.4 liter 4-cylinder. Nice and snug in there. I like how it's in there actually. And I like that hood thud as well. Let's hop in the driver's seat. So here's our steering wheel here, which we can manually tilt with no telescope. And then over here we have our radio. So you get AM, FM, and Bluetooth along with an aux input and then 2 USB ports. That's our home page. And then you can use your Apple CarPlay when it's hooked up there. And there's our backup camera. Hazards there. And here we have our climate control. So all the buttons in the middle you push to activate. So for the circulation, to cut the vents, and then your AC, press that. And then for your rear defrost, you press there. And of course you can choose where you want the air to go. Down here we have an aux input and a USB input along with the 12 volt. And I like how that little light up there. You have 2 cup holders, your shifter, hold down reverse, neutral, drive, and you can slide over for your low mode. And then here you have your parking brake, little storage, that cup holder I was talking about earlier. And there's a view of the back seat from up here. And you have a little storage area up here, which is interesting. And there's your glove compartment. Then over here, we can go through our gauge cluster. So I like that you have different views. You can even check out your tire pressure. You wouldn't expect to have monitors that tell you how much is in them on this kind of car, but just got to know where to look. Your windshield wiper controls there, and then you have a rear one as well. And then there is your key, which I showed earlier. But now we're gonna go ahead and take this 2016 Chevy Spark out on the road for a quick test drive. So the CVT, because you don't have to worry about shift points and all of that, it makes it easier for this car to accelerate, but it also saves on the gas mileage as well. So even though it's a 1.4 liter with no turbo, it can still get up without a lot of strain on the motor. But we're gonna give it some throttle here. And this model doesn't have cruise control, but coming down the interstate at 75, I'm getting 32 miles a gallon. And that's on an incline. So in the right conditions, you can expect to see 35 to 40. And I like the brake pedal feel. This drives similar to a Corolla or something like that, but has a few more features than you'd find in a base model, one of those, at least for that model year. with the CVT, like I said before, the power is more readily available because I don't have to find the right gear to be in. We're going to give it a little throttle here one more time. And as you can see, it goes. Really not bad acceleration at all for this kind of vehicle. And with this being such a small car, it is really easy to drive. It's not the most comfortable or the fastest, but it's one of those cars where you won't have to learn how to drive it for the whole time you have it. So all in all, not a bad car if you can get it at the right price. These were made to be price leaders, and a lot of people love them for that, and because, like I said, they're so easy to drive. So just keep that in mind. And with that being said, this is going to bring me to an end of my review of the 2016 Chevrolet Spark LS.